guys, AGC here again with another tip video here, What the Pros Know Part 2. This one's dedicated to Dr. Don't Pass 1. He loves it when I use the word pro, and I know he's just having some fun, and we all know, is there really such thing as a pro player? If there is, man, I've never seen one. I don't know it. I'm definitely not that guy. But there are people that consistently maximize their profits and do better at the tables than others. And can we be one of those people? How are we going to do that? So, that's what this is all about. Again, yeah, there's no way you're going to win. There's no such thing as a pro player. Maybe there is. You know, there's some of those card people. Some people are making their money off YouTube, which that was never a thing, right? But now it is. Anyway, just know, I get it. There's no pros, okay? But there are things people do that make them a much better player. You see them at the table every single time. They're not the people that are hopping in and out and getting mad and drinking. You know, these are all different people. So anyway, let's get to what this is about, though. So we talked previously about the pros know how to manage their bankroll. They know how to have discipline. They have loss and win limits, which are huge. They know how to qualify a table to see how they're going to play, and they play in different sessions. They don't stay there for 18 hours at a time. So again, those are things from the previous video. Take a look at it and see what's up. So today, we're going to talk about what makes a good strategy. I'm going to give you 7 things to look at your strategy and say, is this a good strategy or not? Okay? So the 7 elements of a good strategy, they'll help you figure out how to approach the table and what to do. But anyway, 7 elements of a good strategy. Number 1, the strategy fits your limit. We'll talk about all these at length. Number 2, takes advantage of the current situation. Number 3, it's a strategy that can recoup from the bad beats. Okay? Those are very important on a strategy, that you're able to recover from bad beats. They're going to happen. It's adaptable. You have different ways you can play. You can regress, you can press, you can switch over to the don't. Again, it's adaptable. That's what we want to look at. Let's see. What is this? Number 5, maximize your profit. Okay? That's very important that you have a strategy that will give you the best profit. Number 6, able to follow. Okay? If you have a crazy strategy that you can't follow, it's just not worth doing. And then the most important one ever, number 7, you have to know no strategy works. Not a single one. I don't care what you put out there. Nothing is going to win. That's the nature of the game. That's why the casino exists. You need to know for sure nothing is ever going to win in the long term. It's all time and place. So, let's take a look at number 1 first. Strategy fits your limit. Okay? Now, if you're a $5 player, you've got a $100 bankroll, there's no way you can go do an 88 inside strategy. It's not going to work. You have your whole bankroll out there on the first roll. Unless, I don't know, maybe that's what you want to do. You don't want to play for very long. You just want to do one and get out. That's not going to work. So you've got to fit a strategy that fits your limit, okay? Use your bankroll. So, again, this is discipline. This is discipline. And you need to realize, hey, man, are you there for fun? Are you there to try to make money? Depends on what kind of player you are. But you cannot make money by betting your entire bankroll on the first roll. It just ain't going to happen. You want to be able to stay in there. Everybody wants the big, long roll. Well, those don't happen all the time. Those are very rare. So you're hoping you're just there when that happens, okay? So, numerous strategies are shown on the internet. Man, there's all these people starting with a $10,000 bankroll. I don't know about you guys. I'm not that guy. I'm average guy craps, man. I got a couple $100. Now, with discipline over time, you can increase your bankroll, and as you go along, if your gambling kitty starts to grow, well, then you can start chipping up. But you can't, again, if you don't have the money, don't start there. Play within your limits. That's what makes it fun. It's not fun when you're miserable and leaving. That ain't it. Okay? So again, it's real easy to show some profit when you got a $10,000 bankroll, but I don't know. Most of us don't have that. So strategy fits your limit. You have to play within your limit and give yourself the opportunity to be there for a while and take advantage of situations. So let's go to number 2. Take advantage of the situation. We spoke about qualifying the table earlier. Don't just jump in. Watch for a minute. It doesn't cost you anything to watch. Qualify the table. Is it a hot table? Is it a cold table? Is it a choppy table? What is it? You got to choose your strategy that fits what's going on with the table. It may change, and those are bad days. That's part of the deal. But for the most part, in that time, you're in that trend, and you want to try to go with that. A hot table. I will always try to qualify about 6 shooters. Let it go around the table one time. And if 3 or 4 out of the 6 make a point, some of them even make 2 points, some come out rolls, then I'll say, hey man, that's probably a hot table. And strategies like the Crap Strategies Live 3-roll double up, putting a pass line bet out there, strategies that use pressing where you're adding up because it's going pretty good there. They're making at least 8 to 10 rolls per shot, and they're not all horn numbers, okay? They're hitting some box numbers. You got to qualify that. That would tell me it's a hot table and I'm going to choose a strategy that's going to go that way. That would take advantage of that situation. A cold table. Man, if you go around and 4 out of the 6 don't make a point, or you get 3 7-outs in a row, man, that's a cold table. I'm going to be on the don't. That's where I need to be. I'm going to do don't come bets. This is where your lay 10, your lay 4 may be a good option. So, again, if I qualify a cold table, then, hey, I'm going to take advantage of that situation. Now, choppy tables. These are rough. In the Bubble Craps Tracker app, man, this is where you have a medium like 4 or 5, man. They're just, sometimes it'll hit 7 out. Sometimes they'll only go 4 rolls. Sometimes you may get a 12 roll, and then it goes back to 4. Oh, man, they're just hard. Man, it's hard doing. Personally, me, if you find it choppy, go somewhere else, come back 20 minutes later, see if it's changed. But if it is choppy, someone rolls, 14 in a row and then 2 7-outs and then 8 rolls, whatever. Very conservative strategies at this point with much regression. So you're only out there for one hit, you regress it down, like the 2 and down, 3 and down. Only betting inside bets, stay off the pass line, stay off the don't pass, quit messing with hard ways and all that kind of stuff, which you probably shouldn't be on anyway. But anyway, so qualify the table and take advantage of the situation. That's number 2. Number 3, a good strategy is recoverable. You can recoup from the hit, okay? We're all going to get hit. This is very important to winning and getting some money in your bank. You need to have one that if there's a 0.7 out and you lose all your money, you can at least recover from it. You can get back. A bad beat is going to happen. It's a guarantee. We're not going to always just throw it out there and it works like we wanted it to do. Ain't happening. Again, don't players. It's been great, and then all of a sudden some guy hits 6 points in a row. Well, if you're on the don't for all 6 of those, you're out a bunch of money, and I don't even know how many times it's going to take you to win it back, right? And then, again, we've all been in that situation where you're down and you're just trying to get back to even. That's not fun. Give yourself a chance to at least be down enough that's recoverable, and you can at least start to see some profit. Hopefully you start off with a profit, but man, most times, I'll hit, and I already start down. Now I'm just playing to get even, and even's the win. Well, that's not really all that fun. So look at your risk versus reward. So like if you put 96 across, right? You got $15 on the 5, the 4, the 9, the 10, the outside numbers, and you got $18 on the inside. You got $96 out there. Well, the best you can win is if you hit a 4 or a 10, and you get $27. Well, I got to have at least 4 to 5 hits to recoup my risk. Okay? Now, here's the deal. That's a long time. That's 4 or 5 hits. The average roll is between 6 to 8 rolls, depending on who you ask, right? 6 to 8 rolls before a 7. Well, I'm trying to take advantage of every single roll before a 7. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen unless it's the hottest table in the whole world. So, and the other thing, you're not counting, that's only the bets you win. you're not counting if you roll an 11, a 12, a 2, a 3, and then now you're into 10, 12 rolls that you need to just recoup your money. Okay? So those are tough things. So when you look at your strategy, again, if I 7 out and I lose $96, well, first of all, I have to hit 4 to 5 hits just to win my money back. And then I got to hit another 4 or 5 just to start making a profit. So now I'm in deep weeds. I need at least 12, 13 hits. Man, I'm in trouble. So look at your strategy and can you recoup? That's a very, very important part. Now, part of that is when you look at your strategy, is it adaptable? Okay, that's number 4. Is it adaptable? Can I regress or can I press? Now, regression is your friend. Okay, this is what I'm talking about when we're talking about the recoup from hit. Regression can help you do that. Okay, you use your first hit to help you fight another day. So if I want to recoup some of my money, we always want to recoup our money and we want to play on house money, right? Well, regression is the way to do that. So if I have a $18 6 or 8 out there and I win $21, if I regress that down to 12, I have a $9 profit. And no matter what happens, I have $9 in my bag. Now, as I talked about, again, if my risk is $18 and I just need one hit and I'm ahead, man, I'm way ahead of my other one. That's going to help me recoup my losses, right? So if I have a bad beat, I'm not too worried because I know I can get that back in just a couple of hits, not 10 hits. This is where this helps. Regression is your friend. Okay? That helps us play on house money. So again, regression establishes that quickly. So let's say I have that $9 profit. That's half the bet for the next round. If $18 is my deal, I only need 2 shooters to get me through that series, and I have already paid for another round. So I'm ahead of the game. I'm 1 up. Okay? So that's a good way to look at it. So please use regression. Now, the flip side of that is also pressing. Okay? So once you have that in your bank, and say I had $18, 6 and 8. I win my $21. I'm up $9 no matter what happens, and I just leave it out there. I'm on house money, so they say, right? If those hit a couple of times, then you do the collect and press. Pressing, again, will help you take advantage of that. That press can help you recoup your money and have an extra money for new shooters, okay? Helps you stay in the game a bit longer. So it's adaptable. You can regress, you can press, you're not locked in. Come bets lock you in. Line bets, pass and don't, they lock you in. So it's not really adaptable. You're stuck there. You're going to have to do whatever. With the place bets, you have a good chance of regressing and pressing. So that's that. Number 5, maximize profit without diminishing returns. Man, this you see all the time. Just watch a lot of YouTube. Good strategy takes advantage of the low house edge bets. Okay? A common mistake is people diminish it with other counteracting bets. So if I have let's just use simple things, a $6 6 and 8, right? And then I play the hard way 6 and for $2 a piece. Well, man, I've just taken my advantage of the 1% at 1.5 or whatever it is, and just diminished it. I had a chance to win $7, but now I'm only going to win $5 because I'm looking for that big hit. And most likely you're going to lose way more of those hard ways, and it's just going to kill you over time. Okay? Hedging, no good. Okay? Now, there's one, I'll take one thing back on that in just a minute. But don't pass. You see a lot of people play don't pass, and then they'll place across all the numbers. Well, you're just killing it. You made it through with the don't pass. You've got an advantage on the house there, but now you have all these pass line bets. So you lose your pass line. I'm sorry, not pass line. Your place bets, I'm sorry. Your place bets that are across, now you got nothing. Well, that's not a good way to play. You're betting against yourself, okay? Don't do that. Take advantage of where you're at. It's a small drain over time that'll just kill you. Okay? So pick one and go with it. You can't play everything. It's not going to work. Now, here's the one catch. Okay? Hedging, if you're betting higher dollars, if you're a quarter or $50 pass line bet, you know what? Throwing a couple of bucks on the C&E or whatever, not a bad bet. Okay? That is one time when you're probably going to recoup. But for most of us, on the average, a $5 hit there, it's not worth the dollars that you just continue to lose on when you're trying to hedge. Okay? So, yeah, pick a strategy and go with it. You can't play them all and expect to win. Make your money. You qualified the table. Do it. Keep going. All right. Number 6. Do not pick your strategy and follow it. Okay? It's able to follow without wanting more. This goes into discipline again. So if you pick a strategy, if you qualify a table, say, hey, it's a don't. It's good. Man, I tell you what, there's a whole lot of if I would have just millionaires out there. Who cares what you would have hit? Who cares what it? You did what you did, okay? That's what's there. Nobody cares about what you should have bet or what you could have bet, or you got what you got, man. If you played the 6 and 8 and the 4 and 10 hit 5 times, okay, so what? It's going to happen all day long. It happens all day, 24 hours a day when you're not even there. It doesn't matter. Play your strategy. And you can't say, hey, well, I would have made $1 million. Well, you know what? You made 50 and you walked out a winner. Who cares? Be able to play what you need to play without wanting more. Okay? If you constantly say it that way, either you're not disciplined and playing within your bankroll, or you don't have a strategy that you really enjoy. You need to switch your strategy and find one that you're comfortable with playing. Okay? But you've got to be able to stay within it. Okay? That is very important. Discipline's the key. Your loss limits and your win limits are there to help you. Okay? Those are all there. You know that you're never going to win them all. We're getting ready to go into the next one. So that's very important. So number 7, let's go ahead and do that. Understanding that it'll never win long term. Okay? This is huge. Nothing wins all the time. That's why you have your loss limits. Okay? And at best, you're going to have a 50-50 chance of winning and losing, right? That's at best. The house has always got the edge. It's the way the game is played. That's why we like it, man. When you beat it, you beat it. I mean, if it was easy to beat, we wouldn't be happy about it. There's no thrill in that, okay? Loss limit your friend, and your win limit is your mama, okay? So your loss limit is what says, hey, I know I'll never win all the time, so if I'm not winning, I'm going to freaking get out of here and live another day. Now, your win limit is higher than your loss limit a lot of times. Well, maybe, now, let me rephrase that. It's not bigger than that. It's, it'll help you recoup those losses. If you get out quick enough with your loss, your win limit will help you recoup that. Instead of just depleting your entire bankroll or shooting for the whole moon, man, take your little wins and go. They all add up over time. And the more they add up, then you can go into a bigger bankroll. The only way you're going to make big money is betting big money. If you don't have the money, don't play it. That goes back to the rules we talked about before in a good strategy. Stay within your limit. Stay in your lane, man. So, time and place is everything, man. It's always the factor. Hopefully we find out time and place, we make the right decision, do what we got to do, okay? The edge on the casino isn't measured in numbers with our attitude and what we do. The mental edge is the one thing the casino can't control, okay? If you don't let them. Now, they can control you if you get rattled and you're playing crazy and fighting everything, then that's there. But the casino can't do that mental edge. There's no edge in the house on your mental state. If you play within your limits, you do your loss limits, you do your win limits, you stick to your strategy, you qualify your table, man, they can't control that, all right? You've got the edge on that. The house does not have any edge on you being a disciplined player and doing what you need to do, okay? Now, I run tons of strategies through, and we run them through 300 rolls. And again, a lot of them, again, anything can work. You could just throw whatever. If you're at the right time and place, man, a monkey could throw chips across the table and probably hit something, okay? And a lot of us monkeys do that. But consistently winning over time, that is a skill. That is something you need to know how to do, okay? And that takes several different things, and that's what this is about. I run tons of strategies. Some hit, some don't. You never know. It's all about the time. But when you really want to break it down, look at these strategies. Do they fit these 7 categories? Are you able to follow them? Do they help? That's what you want to look for in a good strategy, okay? And maybe we'll look at that in the future a little bit, okay? So hopefully these are tips that are helpful. Again, I know there's no pro players. I hope not. I mean, I don't know. If you are one, man, let me know how that's working for you and tell me how to do it. But these are some tips that the people that win consistently know how to do, all right? So hope that everything's going well for everybody out there. And until the next time, good luck out there.